Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Diddy Kong Racing, Part 14. We're on Part 14, and this is going to be an interesting episode because I'm going to actually have to play what exactly we do and what exactly we don't do by ear. I think by ear is fine terminology. I don't think it's exactly the correct terminology we're looking for, but in the last episode, we cleared out the regular race versions for Future Funland. I realize I never actually said the name of this level, I don't think. Maybe I left it to be said by the announcer when we initially came here back in, like, Part 12. Ooh, yeah, see, hey, there's a little bit of a hazard. But, yeah, so we started on what is, and I'm going to tell you this straight up. This is no jiving you or anything. This is the final world. Oh, my goodness gravy. This is... Yeah, the silver coins in this world are a little rough, but yeah, so we cleared that out. There was no boss, if you remember, if you watched part 13. So we didn't have any boss to deal with, but in this episode, I'd say as we've kind of started it a little early before I got done explaining, we're going to be clearing out the silver coins for this level, as well as maybe the trophy race and the final boss. I say that because, to be honest, I don't remember when exactly they gave you the trigger for basically saying, hey, you're good to do the final boss and whatnot. They may not do that trigger until... They may save it for after you do silver coins, or it may be after you do the trophy race. I don't remember if they require you to do the trophy race. I feel like I remember that being the one thing they don't require you to do to 100% this game. I kind of talked about that concept of how this game was sort of a game that you're almost forced to nearly 100% it to see everything you need to see. I think I talked about that back in literally part 1 of this Let's Play. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that does apply, to say the least. But it is... I don't know, we might be on the final episode, fellas. I think for Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, I at least had the confidence to tell you guys, yes, this is the final episode of the Let's Play. All is good. You know, things are getting serious now. Wait. Nope. I don't got it in me today. That's okay. That's okay. We ball, we play it by ear. So yeah, this could actually end up being the final episode of the Let's Play, but unfortunately I can't conclusively tell you it as well as I wish I could, due to the fact that the structure of how they handle this last world is different, actually, from the other 4 worlds. And quite frankly, as much as I have a fond memory of playing the actual tracks, the hub world structure for this world is not something I remember as strongly. I don't exactly remember how they do it as much. By the way, just want to say, favorite level in this world is this level, Dark Moon Caverns. I kind of wish I talked about that a little bit more last episode, but I was too busy talking about, you know, God, whatever the title of the... Dude, I just got done recording that episode. How did I forget the bit? Legitimately, how did I forget the bit? Needs more cowbell, though. I was too busy acknowledging that bit, and it was so stupid that, like, I didn't really talk much about the game, which is fine. I have no issue doing that. I was going into Part 13 really, really willing to do a needs more cowbell, though, bit. And boy, howdy, was it good. I am kind of glad I didn't go through with the random idea I had when I was talking to Taco about, you know, stuff in, you know, private conversation with him about how, like, oh, my plan is that I am going to be, you know, what is it? I'm going to actually be, you know, doing the whole, every minute and a half there's a really loud cowbell sound. No, I didn't end up committing to that bit. Because, simply put, I'm not trying to have one episode of this Let's Play's vibe be completely different. Though, there may be a day, maybe like on an April Fool's bit, where I will commit to something like that. You do not want to test me. Yeah. Ooh. But, yeah, no, Dark Moon Caverns is genuinely my favorite level in this world. Star City is also really good as well. I find that the other 2 plane levels are kind of, like... They're kind of wild, man. I mean, definitely so many aspects of this world have, like, they have it out for you, bro. The plane levels, especially the two plane levels, you know, Space Dust Alley and Spaceport Alpha, they have it out for you. They are shooting missiles at you, which they shoot missiles at you here in Dark Moon Caverns as well. But it's like that one section and nothing else. It is legitimately like that one section and nothing else. So it's not really much of an issue at the end of the day. Cool. Awesome. So next up we have Spaceport Alpha. This is definitely, I think, my least favorite level potentially in this world, I think, because it just, I think, number one, I used to get this level and Space Dust Alley mixed up all the time, because when you have two levels in the same world that are space blank blank, space blank blank, it honestly got really confusing for me as a kid, and even as an adult, I'm just like, oh my god, I accidentally did a barrel roll. Hello, dude? What's happening to me? Yeah, but it is genuinely, it's genuinely kind of insane to me, how easy it is to mix this up. Also, I've just got to say, as much as I get the whole thing of making a challenge area for said levels, I do not like that missile room in Spaceport Alpha. I say that like I'm not in this level. I'm in this level. Want to clarify. But I don't like that section very much. It is a lot more... Dang, I got the shot. Let's go. It is a lot more kind to you in the DS version. I think this whole world is genuinely more kind to you, if I remember, in the DS version. And I don't know if I prefer it, but I do think it's a little... I think it's a little... Oh, my goodness. I think the difficulty is definitely a fair bit overtuned in the N64 version. For sure. I think it's definitely a fair bit overtuned. This is also probably... If I am going to lose any silver coin race, it is going to be this one. This is genuinely, to me, the most tough silver coin level in the whole game. Because the silver coins that reside in the missile room are crazy. Also, that little, like, lift thing. It's a fine concept, but good lord, is it a nightmare. I am telling you, bro, it is not kind. Okay, we need to, like... Okay, I got it. Cool. I was like, is there going to be any situation where I have to replay a silver coin mission? And it turns out that's not going to happen. So... Very pog. You'll love to see it. Watch this. You have no satisfying... You have no satisfying... Okay, dude. I think the caffeine stuff is happening again. No, I wouldn't say it's happening. I think my speech is just messed up today. I don't think we're having Caffeine Incident Part 2 at the end of the Let's Play. I don't think that's happening. Sick. We got that cleared out. We got one more silver coin thing to do. Star City. If I remember correctly... Despite being the last level in the game, Star City, the silver coins in this level aren't terrible, I don't think, actually. I think they were pretty easy, from my recollection. The plain silver coins in this world are genuinely, I mean, they are just nightmarish, bro. Space Dust Alley is a little more tolerable. There's that one that you have to get on the top path when you have, like, the top and bottom split path. There's that one where... You have to get it in, like, the electric wiring, and it was... That was not pleasant. That was definitely not a pleasant silver coin to get by any means, and I think you saw it took more than one lap to get. But it's definitely not as bad as the Spaceport Alpha silver coins. But, like, you see, Star City, I got every single silver coin on lap 1. There's a lot of levels in this game, even in the early game, where they do not let you get every single silver coin in a level on lap 1. Star City, funny enough, being the last level in the game, you actually can get every, you legitimately can get every, what is it? My brain's blanking. You can get every silver coin on lap 1. And it is very funny to me that, I mean, like, and it's, look, there's a part of me that's like, wouldn't it have been funny if they make you go under the bridge and then you have to, like, U-turn back around onto the bridge and be really quick? But I think... From the perspective of maybe, let's say you're a kid and whatnot, and you're playing this game for the first time, no, that's kind of nightmarish, dude. In terms of, like, the overall difficulty of this world, by the way, I will say this world is genuinely, like, if what you're looking for is genuine difficulty in a world for the post-game, I mean, it's not really the post-game. Again, we're still in the main game, I would argue. It's just they fake you out thinking you've completed the post-game. Or you're in the post-game, right? But it's not. This is still main story, right? Now, as for if there's any post-game, there really isn't. Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, I would argue there was post-game. With the 2 bonus barrel kingdoms that we got. This game, no. There's probably one... I think there is literally only one optional thing that you do in this game, and that is straight up the trophy race. By the way, yeah, so we've got a very dramatic sequence going on here. Just let this play out. Now, the crazy part about this, right? The crazy part about this is the final boss. And we're not doing it right now. What's up? Yeah, we are not doing it right now. Instead, we're doing the trophy race. That's right. We're doing it in this episode, and we're also going to be doing the final boss. I think I've decided. And if you're wondering, because I realized I haven't really acknowledged this, you may be wondering, what about the battle mode minigame? Great question. There is no battle mode minigame in this world. It is the only world to not contain one. And I do think, honest to God, it would have been really interesting if they would have included one, but they did not. Now, like I mentioned, if you could tell, you can actually, this is the one optional thing in the game that you don't have to do when completing it. But personally, right, like personally, I think you might as well 100%, right? You might as well 100% because this is just the only thing that you don't have to do. So I'm like, dude, give you guys a little extra stuff. And, you know, I figure there's no issue with it. This is definitely going to be a longer episode. Probably will be the longest episode in the Let's Play. There's a part of me that's like, we could just dedicate next episode to just the final boss and then the credits. But I'm like, nah, we've had one other long episode in this series, and I believe it was part 12, which was when we did the first Wizpig fight. And, you know, did that whole shebang. As much as I would have liked to keep the existence of that boss a secret until after we cleared out the trophy race, unfortunately, just with the way they structure this, you can't really keep it secret. Now, technically, I could have paused the recording and picked it back up, and you guys would have never known what was going on, but that also meant you guys would have missed the epic cutscene, and that would have been no good. You guys deserve to see the cutscene. So, you know, I didn't want to do that to you guys. I don't know why I took the top path before, by the way. The bottom path, to me, is the better path on this kingdom. This kingdom? Oh, God, dude. It's Donkey Kong Jungle Beat now. By the way, I would like to mention during this downtime, you know, before we get around to doing Wizpig, let me take a sip real quick. Before we get around to doing Wizpig, I would like to point out something to you guys that I mentioned a few episodes back, which was talking about Super Mario Party Jamboree. I believe I talked about in a video, this was prior to me getting the game. I had talked about the potential of wanting to do a Let's Play of maybe playing the boards with friends, or maybe playing it against some harder difficulty CPUs or whatnot, because I've always stood by the fact that harder difficulty CPUs in Mario Party, especially the modern games, is, I mean, hey, they'll give you a run for your money. You know, their RNG balances out, they're actually pretty good at the mini games as well, so it's like, okay, dang. And they tend to be a little intelligent, but not necessarily unfair. It's nothing that a human can't do, you know what I mean? It's no big brain plays a human can't do. However, upon getting the game, now, again, I have the game now, and I have invested already so much time into it. I've been playing boards with my partner. Oh, God, sorry. I don't know why my throat does that sometimes, and I know it's probably quite audible on camera, and I don't like that. But quite frankly, I have put so much time into it. What just happened there? I put so much time into the game, and me and my partner have been having a blast with it. I've also been playing it with one of my other friends, and it's just been a great time. It's been an absolutely great time. However, something that I learned, and this was actually through my partner telling me about it because she got around to it before I started getting around to it. There is an actual story mode in the game, which I don't think I knew going into my discussion about it a few episodes ago. If not, this is going to be the funniest rehashed bit ever, and it's going to make me seem like I have the biggest memory loss of all time, which is not completely out of the question, I would argue, you know. It is definitely a bit more feasible, I would say. But yeah, there is a full-blown story mode. It is a very chill, relaxed, like, sort of, you move around the board and do tasks through the means of mini-games. And, you know, you get rewards for your outside of minigame stuff. If you do story mode stuff, it's an easier way to unlock the classic boards, like Western Land, the Rainbow Mario board, the Bowser board. So, yeah, there's that, which I kind of didn't realize you had to unlock. I didn't realize you actually had to unlock the classic boards, but they do give you all of the new boards, the boards specific to Jamboree right off the bat, which I kind of do appreciate. I like that approach of, hey, the classic boards, you already know them, let you unlock them. I like the system of them giving you something to unlock. From the time that I have spent in Jamboree so far, they have made a big push for making you unlock stuff, and I think some people don't like that. I think especially to the Mario Party franchise, that's a pretty new concept. But to be honest, I think the way that they achieved it in Jamboree is great. I genuinely think they nailed the format really, really well. And I definitely think going forward, I'd like for them to have unlock systems like that, whether it's for the board or cosmetic stuff or whatever. And when I say cosmetic stuff, mind you, they didn't get you skin. They don't have skins or anything, but they do have. What am I thinking of? They do have, you have like this initial plaza hub world that you're in, and you can customize your hub world. And if you invite any friends into a friend lobby, they get to like see your hub world, see what you've customized and everything. And I think it's super sick. I really enjoy that. And every time you rank up in the achievement system, you get one of the classic boards. But an easier way that you can get the classic boards without having it to be directly through the achievement system is you just simply do the different chapters or boards throughout the story mode, which I have only cleared out one board on my own as of right now. Hold on. I've only cleared out one board of my own as of right now. And to be honest, I don't remember much of it. I think that for the most part, by the time that I actually care to do a Let's Play of Jamboree, it will be kind of blind. And I'm actually thinking about doing... Low-key, I thought I was going to be doing Mario 64 first. They've got me second-guessing and thinking, okay, maybe I should do a Let's Play of Jamboree first. At least the story mode, and then maybe I could make doing boards with friends a separate endeavor by any chance. I don't know, maybe that's something I gotta look into on a very genuine note, but who knows? Maybe I'll do that, maybe I won't. I don't know. Only time will tell. I also gotta say, I feel like my voice feels slightly shy. I don't know if it's from talking kind of loudly. I'm a loud talker. You guys have probably gotten this idea. I mean, I think especially during those early episodes of Donkey Kong Jungle Beat where I had the mic peaking issues. Dude, it probably came through full send, but even then, that was the most unintentional weird stunt thing I've ever done in my life. By the way, I just gotta point out that whole like, vacuum, that whole little like sequence where like you go up the little steam thing and it like sends you up. I don't love that. And I think it's because I think the controls in this game aren't good enough to account for hitting that very consistently unless you are extremely good at this game. Hold up. Something I should also point out as well is that the hardest point in this game, genuinely, I don't know if it is the hardest point, period, but the hardest point in terms of the CPUs are genuinely these trophy race sequences. They, as you can see, they're actually keeping up with me quite well in the trophy races. And it is very, very commendable. I'm not saying I'm not messing up or anything, but I'm definitely playing pretty okay, and they are staying on my tail pretty consistently. So there's a lot of that, and it's honestly, I kind of thought I was low-key just going to, lose one of these races. Not that I thought I was going to lose bad, but maybe get like second or third or something. But sick nasty. Cool. So, as far as I'm aware, yep, that is the final trophy race that we have to do for this entire game. As the final trophy race that we have to do for this game. And now, you may be wondering, what's in the plan book? Well, in the plan book, it is time that we go. It is time to actually go fight Wizpig here. I'm also realizing by the amount of time we're in on the recording, this is definitely going to be a longer episode than this might actually be the longest video I end up posting on this channel, because I do believe this is going to be crossing that 30-minute threshold for sure. So, this final Wizpig fight definitely does not play around. The big difference between this fight and the last is that you actually have items to mess with. It's a little more akin to the second half of the boss fights from before. So you have like these little electrical bars that you have to dodge. Wizpig also tries to dodge them as well, although sometimes, keyword sometimes, he actually does. I hit a wall and messed up. He does actually mess up, and yeah, I'm going to actually restart there. This fight is pretty ruthless. However, I think it's a little more controllable sometimes. But I think I tend to have a bit of a tougher time with this variation of the fight. This version of the fight is very keen on making sure you get very specific items at very specific spots that they provide to you. It is also, because of the fact that your plane acceleration absolutely gets decimated when you, say hit a wall or whatnot, it is very crucial that you don't... Hold up. Let's go. That was kind of clean. He doesn't really get stopped much. It's kind of funny, by the way, that when he hits an electrical outlet, he just spins. Like, dude literally just spins, and he doesn't lose much speed, but he just spins. And I think that's oddly comedic for some reason. This is also very important, by the way. You saw me grab this. You want to get that shield every time you come through this area. I'm dead serious. It is very important. I genuinely do not know how I missed that. That is genuinely insane to me. But that shield is... Okay, I'm going to restart. The biggest detriment you can have in this whole fight, I don't think is necessarily as much of the hazards or anything. I think the biggest thing you have working against you in this fight is the environment and the overall design and like just the twists and turns that they put you through, because sometimes the camera genuinely messes with you, bro. Like, I am dead serious when I say the camera is not nice to you on this sometimes, and it is not pleasant in the slightest. So the best thing that I recommend, the best tips I can give, is dodge as much of hitting stuff, whether it is just genuine walls or these electrical things, as you can. And when you get to this section, grab the shield, bro. It is extremely important. Now, this is not to say it is not impossible. Just for the record, it is not impossible to get through that area without the shield or whatever. You definitely can do it, but it is not consistent and would not recommend it. God, I can never go at that at a good angle. They also shoot the missiles in such a inconvenient way in that area. So, like, not only do you have to do these tight, like, up and down movements, but you're also at the constraints of just, like, again, you have to deal with these missiles and everything. You can also hear that sound effect no matter where you're from of Wizpig getting hit by an electrical outlet. Okay, good thing I got that. I've got a pretty decent lead. I think I need to remember to do barrel rolls more consistently. Can I actually get this time? I feel like it's not as worth it half the time to get that, but we're going to try. That just lost a lot of speed for me. I'm still doing okay. Don't hit me. Okay, if he passes me, I have a homing missile. I'm going to do a bunch of barrel rolls in the meantime. I will be honest that I don't like doing that little maneuver because I tend to find it is... Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. I actually hit a electrical outlet. I think I need to make sure I grab this. No, okay, I think we're good. I think... Yeah, okay, it's smooth sailing from here. And... Bada bing, bada boom, fellas. We beat the game. We beat the game. Bob's your uncle. Bob's your... again, here I go using the terminology again. Holy, okay. So, yeah, I do genuinely find, personally, I think some people... I have heard a lot of people make an argument that this fight is easier than the first Wizpig fight. And I kind of get it, because a lot of times what happens is that I think the Wizpig fight that you first do has a big mistake. By the way, he crashes into the moon, which is kind of insane. The first Wizpig fight makes a big mistake of, if you fall into one pool of water that you're going to end up being in for like more than 2 seconds, you're kind of boned. I'm just going to be plain and simple. If you're not good at driving and you fall into that water, you are going to be boned. By the way, it's a Taj statue now. That's pretty sick. But you genuinely will be boned. The problem with the second Wizpig fight is that the actual terrain itself and avoiding just general terrain is way more difficult in my opinion. I find that controlling that area on plane is a nightmare. I say that like doing it on car or plane or car or hovercraft would make any more sense. No, it would not make sense at all. By the way, you may notice we got Tricky hanging out. I've always headcanon that Tricky's little buddies here are like his kids. I'd like to think Tricky's a parent, although they may just be Triceratops, buddies. I don't know. I don't really know the life story, but Pipsy's riding the pink one. Very sick, very sick. Also, I remember always feeling faked out like that was the end of it or something. We have Bluey over here. You got Tricky making his rounds, and you got TT hanging out. Conker doing the sickest stunt you're ever going to see in your whole life. You got Smokey making his rounds around. The only thing that I do find kind of weird about this cutscene, by the way, I genuinely do not think there is a single feature of Blubber. Genuinely. I do not think Blubber is shown at all in this whole sequence, which is weird. But he is, in terms of like a personal vendetta, like, you seem mean. Like, if you were a real person and I had to interact with you, you do not sound pleasant. Blubber does not sound pleasant. So, do you remember when I was telling you that, that sequence, that whole cutscene after, right before the credits, before we had to go to Future Funland? Do you remember when I was telling you, it teases a sequel, whatever? So obviously, that didn't tease a sequel, that teased Future Funland and that whole side of the main story. However, as far as I'm aware, that whole sequence with Wizpig flying off was meant to be teasing a sequel. That was meant to be teasing a sequel, which again, we almost got a sequel to this game, otherwise known as Donkey Kong Racing. I've talked about this. But we never ended up getting it, strictly due to, I think the Rare buyout. I think the Rare buyout actually made this game not happen. And it is genuinely insane. I would have loved to see it. I do think, like I said, I think it got turned into a Nintendo IP thing. I thought I heard it got turned into like F-Zero or something, but I'm not really too sure of the specifics of if that was actually the case or not. But that may have genuinely been the case, and I'm not too sure. So yeah, that's... Okay, so that's genuinely the talking points I have on the Let's Play. This is the final episode of the Let's Play. Hey, crazy stuff, honestly. Slightly longer Let's Play than Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, but it may not be, like I said, longer in terms of the overall runtime, just longer in parts because we had shorter parts. Despite this episode being the longest episode of anything that I have ever recorded. I just want to thank you guys again for coming along. I actually do especially want to give a big shout out to you guys, because I have mentioned over the course of some episodes of, I think, this Let's Play, but also towards the end of Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, that we are reaching a smaller audience. And I kind of just thought that part 1 of Donkey Kong Jungle Beat was just going to have its one-off popularity, and that was all it really did. But no. Genuinely, guys, the first part of this Let's Play also popped off. The first part of this Let's Play has slightly over 100 views. Crazy. Slightly over 100 views. So thank you guys so much for that. That is genuinely insane. We also hit over 100 views on the first episode of Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. So we are very clearly reaching some kind of audience. And I just want to thank you guys so much for all of that. I don't know how this is happening, genuinely, but it's insane to me. I don't think the concept of my video getting out to new people is necessarily as much of the baffling part. I mean, I'm kind of surprised by it because of how small the channel is, right? But also, we're doing Let's Play videos in the year 2024, you know what I mean? Like, the Let's Play videos aren't really all that in a bag of chips nowadays. So, for us to be reaching out to as much of an audience as we are is, I genuinely, I think, kind of insane. And I just want to thank you guys so much for, I don't know, making these videos do well. And it's not even just the first parts of these episodes. I think there have been, around the part 2s and 3s, they've also been, getting those tractions. Typically with the Let's Play format, it's like, oh, if you start watching on the first episode, maybe you'll at least watch part 2 or 3 if you're somewhat interested. And those videos have been doing fairly well as well, like getting 60 views, 70 views, something like that. So, genuinely, thank you guys so much for all the support on these videos. I do genuinely feel with the size that we're at, we are always consistently reaching like 20, 30 views, 20 views at minimum. If not, maybe the high 10s, which is, it's kind of crazy that we're consistently reaching those numbers, but it's honestly crazy. I'm not huge on analytics, but I am huge on the concept that there's an audience we're finding somehow with this, and I genuinely think it is really, really cool. So thank you guys again so much for all the support that you guys have been giving both on this Let's Play and Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. I think I'm going to continue to rave about this kind of thing all the time, but mostly I'm going to try and keep it mostly to the end of a Let's Play, as, again, just the support we're getting on these videos is crazy, and I'm actually really thankful for the support you guys have been giving. So again, thank you all so much. I don't want to be a broken record and repeat myself so much, but you guys genuinely mean the world to me, and I feel grateful to be able to do this in the way that I have, and just be able to reach out to some semblance of an audience. Yeah, so I don't exactly have a concrete idea of the next Let's Play we're doing. Like I said, originally it was going to be Mario 64, but I'm starting to think maybe, just maybe, we should do Mario Party Jamboree's story mode. But I'm still leaning a little more on Super Mario 64, but I definitely want to do the Mario Party Jamboree story mode at some point. So be on the lookout for that. I don't know what it'll end up being. I'll probably have it decided and maybe even have some videos recorded by the time this Let's Play ends, because no joke, as of the time I'm recording this final episode, part 4 is the furthest we've gotten in terms of uploaded videos. So there's still a lot of downtime I've got to decide what exactly is going to be happening with the next Let's Play. So again, thank you guys so much. for everything that you guys are doing. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode off here. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this Let's Play, hope you did, first of all. And if you did, hey, maybe like, comment, subscribe. I don't know. It's your life. Do what you want with it. And I will see you fellas in the next Let's Play. Hey, you'll love to see it. Anyways, bye-bye, guys.